guest star, Miss Bernadette Peters!
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the light. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight.
It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to get things started.
No, please don't make me watch it!
It's time to get things started on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, motivational. This is what we call a Muppet Show.
I love the Muppets. Who doesn't? Oh, and if you were a kid growing up in 1976 in the United States or any other country, you'll be watching the Muppet Show like no other kid would. Well, I love it on Disney Plus as well. As always, yeah. And I can still watch it on Disney Plus to this very day. So here I am with my sister, Olivia, right?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Yeah,
Hey, big bro. How many times do we watch the Muppet movies?
a lot, I tell ya.
A lot. What about A Christmas Carol?
And Wizard of Oz and Treasure Island and the Muppet movie and the new ones.
And many more.
Yeah. And first stop is the Nintendo 80s game, which features the Muppets. Yep, it's fine. I do want to get it on emulator, so here's my gameplay on emulator, as you can see, which I call it the Switch Vita, right? That's fine, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, here's Kermit rowing a boat as well. And in the river, or should I say the swamp, am I right?
You should say the swamp. You are right, sir.
Yeah. Oh, and here's Animal riding a hot rod, and he's spinning around in circles, as you can see. He's probably doing a twirl or something, bumping into things. Yeah, very funny.
Very funny.
Yeah.
What a sight.
Yeah. But I'll get to the two PlayStation games and that party GameCube game I have it for later, alright? So let's focus on the old 2D ones. Cool. Okay. Next up is the computer games I used to have, but that was a long time ago. So it was my game. So I used a gameplay from another YouTuber, which is fine, yeah. Right?
Yeah, it's fine.
And this game is pretty fun, especially on NES emulator on my Switch Vita app. And
Hey,
Fozzie,
bud, when was the last time you played that game?
I completed it. Who knows? Well, I should say I completed it while you were in college, you know?
Oh, so recently.
Yeah. Well, it was a long time ago, as you can see.
Uh-huh.
Well, you see Kermit right here is battling Beanie Bo Beanies, I should say. And it's... Oh, and... So, it's a good experience to look at. So yeah. Oh, and here's another meanie bobini, I should say. Don't let Kermit fall off, or else you'll lose. So yeah. Up. So check it out. I am one cool frog in this mini game, I should say. Right, Liv?
Right, bud.
Yeah. So here we are. Oh, and you get to save Miss Piggy in this level, I should say. Yeah. Minigame. Oh, thank you. And here's a cutscene as well. And it took me long enough. Yep. So, yeah, I couldn't be bothered. So, I give it a...
Couldn't be bothered.
So, I give it a 9 out of 10 with a burger with a McDonald's meal, so you could add your beefy flavor to it. Yep. How about that?
How about that?
Yeah. And Simon the parrot is your guide in the Muppet Treasure Island PC game I used to have when I was a kid. So
When you were a kid, that was such a long time ago.
I know, right? I used to play it at my old house all the time. So now look where we're at. You're in college, remember?
How could I forget?
Oh, and you see there's Sam Eagle in his Mr. Arrow outfit as well. Right there, standing right there. And there are 3 discs each on this Muppet Treasure Island game. There's Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. Or should I say Disc 1, 2, and 3, yeah. And you get clips from the movie, I should say, yeah. Obviously. And check out these mini games. And there are many things to do, like mini games and puzzles from time to time. And I give it a 10 out of 10 with a hot dog. So you could add your ketchup beef. So you could add either ketchup or mustard to your flavor, alright? How clever am I? Right, Liv?
Right, bud.
And next up is the Muppets CD-ROM game. And so yeah. Oh, and there are classic Muppet characters in this game, like Kermit and Gonzo and Fozzie and Miss Piggy and many others, I should say. Oh, and check it out. There's stock footage used from the Muppet shows and movies, I should say. Obviously. Oh, a nice close-up, Beaker. Get it?
Get it.
Yeah. Oh, and you get, trivia questions in this minigame, I should say. Oh, and the X's means they're checked out, in which you completed them 100%, I should say, the minigames. Yup. And I am honored to be playing it in a speed run, I should say, in September of 2024, which was about a while ago, I should say, right?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, PhD, and Beaker are in this minigame as well, I should say. And check out the puzzles. You better watch out for Crazy Harry, because he might explode the puzzle. Yeah.
Alright, big bro. I am honored to be on your show, but it is time for me to go.
Okay, so I'll go do it with someone else, alright?
Alright, I love you and I miss you.
Alright.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's alright. Alright, yeah, so now I'm here with Amy, known as Dance Room Nala, right?
Yeah.
Or should I say Dance Room Cinderella, right?
Right.
And I'm the Dance Room Prince Henry Charming, I should say. Oh, and you get to play in this also in Muppets Inside CD-ROM. You get to play as the Swedish chef here, hunting for food. You know. Anyway,
Yeah.
the Muppets CD-ROM. Am I right?
Yeah.
After all, we love the Muppets, right?
I love Muppet.
Yeah. And I especially love Kermit, right?
I love Kermit.
Yeah. So, I give it a 6 out of 10 for good with a Wendy's meal. So you could add your French fries and soda to it. Yep. And it's
I love French fries.
yeah, and it's developed by Tarantula, known as Roadstar, R-Star. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
This Muppet game, I should say, is developed by R-Star nowadays. It's called, yep. Yeah. Oh, and the Muppets go back in time on separate because Dr. Honeydew did something wrong, I should say. Yeah. Anyway, this Muppet game is pretty below average, I should say. Yeah. It's pretty difficult, especially on Game Boy Color, I should say. Yup. Kermit has the animal. Why? You get to play as either Kermit or Animal, depending on who you play as in the area. Yup.
Yeah.
Oh, and Animal throws drumsticks. Kermit shoots paper airplanes, and you get that picture.
Yeah.
Oh, and Animal does a stomp. Kermit does a super jump. Yep. Because he's a frog. Yep.
I love Frog.
Kermit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and I like playing as Kermit. He's fun. Yep.
I love Kermit.
Yeah, because he's a frog, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and he disappears once you lose all your health. Yeah. Either him or Animal. Yep. Oh, in this area, you find Sam Eagle. And also with Kermit, you find Miss Piggy and Ralph in other areas. And Animal finds Gonzo, Swedish Chef, and Fozzie Bear as well in other areas. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's a pretty tough game, I should say. Pretty below average, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, and I did it with my sister, so I give this Game Boy Color game a 2 out of 10 with a steak. So you could add your gravy to it. I mean meatloaf. So I give it a below average. I give Muppets Game Boy Color below average with a meatloaf. With a slice of meatloaf. Yep. With gravy.
I love meatloaf.
Okay, next up is Muppet Monster Adventure, where you use the Power Glove and Backpack. No, not that one. And not this backpack either. Yeah, so yeah, you do mini games as well. Oh, and this this game is pretty cool. I have it on my Switch Vita, known as my emulator app. Yup, that's right. Oh, and Waka Waka Waka. We got some great stuff to do as well in these games as well.
Yeah.
Yup. Oh, and in these areas, I gotta say that the soundtrack is pretty stellar, I should say. Yup. As well. Oh, and you collect amulet pieces as well in the beginning of the game. In the first area of the game, the first 3 areas, like these just like that. Yep. Oh, and you defeat enemies with depending on which power up it is. Yeah. Oh, and Pepe helps you out from time to time. Yep. Pepe the King Prawn. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That. Am I right?
You're
Oh, and you
right.
do mini games as well. Yep. Oh, and Clifford gives you the power to swim as Muck Monster. Yep. Oh, and Miss Piggy gives you the power to chop down walls, wooden wall or many other walls, I should say.
I love Miss Piggy.
Oh, and Gonzo gives you the and as the ghoul friend, get it? The bride of
Yeah.
Kermit Stein. Yep, in style of
Yeah.
Frankenstein. Yeah. Oh, and you chase Rizzo in this area. In some areas, I should say. Yeah. Oh, and there's coins if you collect. If you defeat enemies for a second time. Yep.
Yeah.
It'll unlock special features. Yep. Oh, and and Fozzie Bear gives you the power to climb as Waka Waka Werebear. And Gonzo gives you the power to fly in the air as Count Gonzo Pyre. Get it? Like Count Gonzo Vampire? Yep.
Vampires.
Yeah, the great Gonzo as a vampire. Vampire Gonzo, I should say, yeah? And Robin also spins like a certain Bandicoot we all know and love, and this plays similar to a certain purple dragon we all know and love, yeah? So, it's fine. It's fine. Once you completed those Castle Von Honeydew, you get to take on Gonzo, yeah? Known as Gonzo Vampire, yep. Oh, and after you shoot him 3 times, Gonzo turns back to normal, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and I got a lot of stuff to say about this cool Muppet game. It's perfect for so I gotta say this game is perfect for Halloween, I should say, yeah. So yeah, after you complete the Deadlands, you get to defeat Fozzie Werebear as well, and after you defeat him 3 times, Fozzie turns back to normal. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is called Never Leaves Forest. Yep. For 3 areas. Yep. In the Kermit. Oh, and Kermit. And after these 3 areas, you get to take on Kermit, or monster, known as Kermit Stein. Yep. In style of Frankenstein. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and so, yeah. Once you defeated Kermit Stein 3 times, Kermit turns back to normal. Yep. Oh, and next up is the Village of Darn. Yep. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
It's the same for the Arabian stage as well as the electric sewer stage. Yep. Once you completed those areas, you get to take on Clifford Muck Monster. Yep. So yeah, this is gonna be a long. Oh, and once you defeated him 3 times, Clifford turns back to normal, I should say. Yep, you guessed it. Oh, and Kermit gives you the power to push and pull things as Kermonster, or should I say Kermit Stein, yep. Yeah, get it? Kermit Stein, yeah. Okay, after Madness Marsh, you get to take on Ghoul Friend, yep. Or should I say the bride of Kermit Stein, yep. Known as Miss Piggy, yep.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, and once you slide down and shoot her 3 times, Miss Piggy turns back to normal. Yep.
Yeah.
And the last stop is What's the Matter? The What's the Matter horn. Yep. Oh, and these areas are pretty cool, I should say. It's a winter-themed area. Yep. Oh, and once you completed the What's the Matter horn, you get to take down the mysterious evil guy. Yep.
Yeah.
Known as Dr. Bunsen Honeydew's uncle. Yep. Baron Von Honeydew. Yep. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. And the next cutscene will play, and Robin will wake up, and it was all just a dream. Yep. And and the Power Glove and the Backpack come back, and then Baron Von Honeydew tells you to be quiet because it's their little secret. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I give it a 10 out of 10 with a bowl of chili. Yep.
I love chili.
Yep. Oh, and next up is Muppet Race Mania. Yep. Which is what I still have in my room as a physical copy. Yep.
Yeah.
And I still play it from time to time. Yeah. Oh, and you get clips from several Muppet movies. Yep. Like the Muppet movie and Muppets Take Manhattan, Great Muppet Caper, Muppet Christmas Carol, and
That's
Muppet
my favorite.
Muppets from Space and Muppet Treasure Island. Yep. So this was before Muppet Wizard of Oz. Yep. And you get to play as the Kermit, Gonzo, Miss Piggy, Scooter, Animal, Fozzie, Rizzo, Ralph, Janice, and Dr. Teeth, and Floyd, and Zoot, and Pepe, and Clifford, and, of course, Sam Eagle and the Swedish Chef, as well as many others. Yep.
Yeah.
Don't forget Bean Bunny. Yep.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a whole bunch of several great, awesome, and underrated Muppet movies like Muppet Treasure Island, Muppet Christmas Carol, Muppets Take Manhattan, Muppet Wizard of Oz.
Favorite.
Yeah, and there's also Muppets Wizard of Oz and special appearance by Doozer. Yep. Oh, and there's also many great Muppet movies to come across and watch from time to time, like Muppets Wizard of Oz and The Muppet Show, and I give Muppets Race Mania a 10 out of 10 with a Burger King meal with a Whopper, so you could add your French fries and soda to it. Yep. Oh, and I happen to use all the cheat codes in Muppet Race Mania, I should say. Yeah. Oh, and here's the Muppet Pinball game for GBA. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and it's developed by Digital Eclipse, I should say. I give it a 4 out of 10 for average with yogurt with peanut butter in it. So you could add your peanut butter flavor to your yogurt. Yep. And next up is On the Show with the Muppets. Also on the
I
GBA.
love Muppet.
Also on the Game Boy Advance. Yep. And there's a
I
whole
love Muppet.
and there's a whole bunch of other Muppet movies other than the ones I mentioned, like Muppets Wizard of Oz and Muppet Christmas Movie and The Muppets 2011, Muppets Most Wanted, Muppet Haunted Mansion, I should say, many more to come in the future. Yeah. Oh, and
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. You knew there was a Muppets Wizard of Oz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have it, right?
I don't have it.
Oh, you should get it on Amazon. So, oh, and here you play as Animal, yep. And Miss Piggy, you play as in, the castle stage, yep. Oh, and there's the Pigs in Space stage based on the classic Muppet Show sketch, yep. Muppet Show which is on Disney Plus nowadays, yep. Yeah, I'm so right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I give it a 2 out of 10 for mediocre, yep. So, yeah. With a bowl of potato chips, so you could add your potato flavor to it with onion dip. Yep. Next up is
I'm a
Detective
favorite.
Kermit. Next up is Spy Muppets, also on the Game Boy Advance, I should say. Yep. I am so right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, we got a few more Muppet games to talk about as well. So, you get to take on many morphed Muppets like in Muppet Monster Adventure, but with a twist. Oh, and you get help from Sam Eagle, and you get to play as Kermit. Yep. Along with Fozzie. Yep. With the help from Fozzie as well. Yep.
Yeah.
And Bunsen and Beaker, yep. Oh, and this game is pretty nice, yeah. Oh, and you get to take on the Miss Piggy boss, and you save your friends, yup.
Yeah.
How could I forget about that? Oh, and Robin is a good character to play as, even in Muppet Race Mania and Muppet Monster Adventure, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and you get to take on this one, Gonzo, yep.
Yeah.
And then he turns back to normal, like in Muppet Monster Adventure, I should say, yeah. You get the picture. Oh, and there's Statler and Waldorf, I should say, yeah. You get to throw objects at their giant machine, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get the picture.
I did.
Yeah. Oh, and this once you defeated Statler and Waldorf, you get the ending. Yep. And I give it a 5 out of 10 for decent, with a bowl of pretzel bites, so you could add your cheesy or onion flavor to it. Yep. Oh, and the final stop on this list, the Muppets Party Cruise, which is what I have for GameCube. Yep. This is what my gameplay is. Yep. As well. Yep. Oh, and you get to play as either Kermit, Pepe, Animal, Gonzo, Fozzie, or, of course, Miss Piggy. Yep. And you
I
get...
love Miss Piggy.
Yeah. And you love Gonzo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you get to play in many games you unlock in adventure mode, yeah?
Yeah.
So you can play them in arcade mode, yeah? Known as Short Cruise, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and there's cool mini games, I should say, yeah? They are pretty awesome, yeah? And it's fine, yeah? So I give it an 8 out of 10 with a, with Arby's meal. So you could add your meat flavor to it, yep. Oh, and the Muppets, and there you have it. The complete review of all the Muppets video games, combined in one video. So Luckily, I've covered all the Muppet video games, a whole lot to be exact. So yeah, even with Olivia and Amy here, known as
Hey.
Dance Room Nala and Dance Room Cinderella, I should say, yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, comment, and share if you get the chance. So, I'll see you all in my next video. Adios!
Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on the morning star? Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? And what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell, we know that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep, and have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers,